Happy Architecture Week. I've not done all the. I had this big plan for Architecture Week that I definitely didn't follow through on, but I thought I'd show you something a little different. This is sort of more of a personal project thing that I'm working on. So currently, we're in an office on NJIT's campus in their business incubator. We have okay size space. It works. We make it work, but it's definitely a little tight, especially when everyone is and all the consultants. Like when we do our lunch and learns, and there's like 7 people and a presenter, does not fit. So another office in the building opened up, and we're kind of excited about it because we got the lock on it, and we're going to be moving in. And one of the things we were thinking about is like furniture, because we like the space. And the furniture we have now is a little mishmash, and I can't find something that I really want or like. I see stuff that's okay, but I don't want to just buy okay. We're kind of at a point where we really want to get what we want. So I was just sketching, just for the fun of it, all the things I'd like in terms of a desk, and I thought I'd just share that with you. Let's turn this way. So this is the space generally. Mark and me in there, Danny and me, Sean and Will over here, and then like a conference room up there. There's actually windows in here and here. And I was looking at the desk, and I thought I'd show you what I was sketching, because, you could always do the, woo, look, it's the same size. So here it is in kind of like plan view. And what I'm thinking is, like, if you look forward, you've got this drafting desk that tilts up with some, I need my hands. That tilts up, and like a tray for pens and stuff, and some storage. And then when you look towards the side here, this is sort of probably the way I'd be predominantly sitting, where I have like a standing desk option that moves with a dual monitor and then the keyboard tray. I'd really like an articulating one that comes up and over. And then towards the back, you have like sort of your standard desk hutch thing going with like some storage, maybe some drawers under here. Some space here. Maybe I'll do like a cork board across the back so I can pin stuff up, and then some books up here or something. I'm just trying to think about like scale and size. So the one thing I definitely know I want is that this moving a lot. This drafting table side has to be at least 36 inches deep, maybe 42. In case you do a 30 by 40, or maybe 36 is fine. 36 is probably fine. Like 4 feet across here, so that I can come in, turn around, roll around and stuff. Maybe up to 60, but like definitely 48. And that's the the part that raises up and down. And then one of the other things and then the other question is like, what is this depth? It's got to be at least 48. You roll a 30 by 42, and you have a couple inches. A pencil catch tray thing here, which I was sketching out in a little detail here. So there's a pencil catch, some sort of arm that lifts this up. And then I was actually thinking about lighting. So like when this thing is up, I think it'd be kind of cool to have a little like LED here with a diffuser, so it's not so harsh and let it bleed across the paper, versus an actual lamp on there. But I'm not sure, because I don't know if that'll actually light it in an even way. Something to think about. I was also thinking about, you've got these areas here that are kind of hard to access, right? So one of the questions I have is like, what do I do with my CPU? Maybe that goes here. Maybe like a pop-up outlet over here, so that, or like one of those wireless the ones that have a wireless charging pad or something over here. I do have like one of those the Wacom pads, so I could put that over here too. Or maybe this gets wider so the Wacom ends up on this as well. One of the other things about me that I know is like, if I'm working on it or need to work on it, it ends up on my desk, and I work my way down that pile. And so I end up having like this stack on my desk. Whiteboard is kind of critical to me. I don't know. The problem is, like, I can't find something that is a good executive desk with a drafting board thing going on. So like the only option really is to make or have made something like that. And I'm not 100% sure I want to spend that kind of money. But maybe I do if I'm getting exactly what I want, you know?